अस्सलामुअलैकुम डियर स्टूडेंट्स। इन क्वेश्चंस के अलावा जो कि मैं वीडियोस बना के लगा रहा हूँ, अगर आपको कोई और भी किसी और एक्सरसाइज से कोई और चैप्टर से कोई क्वेश्चन आपने समझना है, पूछना है, तो आप मुझसे रब्ता कर सकते हैं और मैं कोशिश करूँगा कि प्रायोरिटी पे आपके जो बताए हुए क्वेश्चंस हैं वो उसकी वीडियो बना के मैं अपलोड करूँ। टुडे वी डिस्कस क्लास 10th chapter 2 exercise 2.5 in which we find the quadratic equation whose roots are given. Let's start the exercise 2.5 in which question 1 E part. Write a quadratic equation having following roots. These are, we have given these roots and we find the quadratic equation. The E part is, we have roots, two roots, 1 and 5. First we find the sum of the roots. Let alpha beta be the roots. Sum of roots is, sum is equal to 1 plus 5, which is equal to 6. And second is product of root. Product is 1 multiplied by 5, which is equal to 5. And the quadratic equation, we have x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. In this equation, s stands for sum and p stands for the product. And we put the values of sum, which is 6, and product, which is 5, in the equation. We get x square minus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0. And it is the equation of quadratic equation having roots. We have roots 1 and 5. And the B part is 4 and 9. Sum of roots, we have 4 plus 9 is equal to 13, while product is equal to 4 multiplied by 9 is equal to 36. And the quadratic equation means, you can say general quadratic equation, x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. Here s stands for sum and p stands for product. And we put the values of sum and product in the equation. We get x square minus 13x plus 36 is equal to 0. And it is the answer of B part. And the next is C, in which the roots are minus 2 and 3. So sum is equal to minus 2 plus 3 is equal to 1, while product is minus 2 multiplied by 3, we get minus 6. And general equation, x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. And we put the value of sum and product in the equation. We get x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. When simplify, x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. It is the answer. And the next is D part, in which the roots are 0 and minus 3. First we find the sum, which is sum is equal to 0 plus minus 3 is equal to 0 minus 3, and which is equal to minus 3. And the product is 0 multiplied by minus 3 is equal to, when 0 is multiply any of the value, the answer is 0. And general question is x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. And when we put the value of sum and product, we get x square minus 3x plus 0 is equal to 0. And simplify it, we get x square plus 3x is equal to 0. And it is the answer of D part of question 1. And after D, we have E, in which 2 and minus 6 are the product roots. Sum of roots is equal to 2 plus minus 6 is equal to 2 minus 6, which is equal to minus 4, and the product is 2 into minus 6, which is equal to minus 12. The standard equation is x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. So we put the value of s and p, means sum and product, in the question. We have x square minus sum is equal to minus 4, x and the product is minus 12 is equal to 0. And then simplify, x square plus 4x minus 12 is equal to 0 is the equation of party. And the next is f, in which the roots are minus 1 and minus 7. First we find sum, which is equal to minus 1 plus minus 7. Simplify it, minus 1 minus 7 is equal to minus 8. And next the product, minus 1 minus 7 is equal to minus, multiply by minus, we get plus, 7 ones are 7. And standard equation is equal to x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. So we put the value of s and p, means sum and product, in the equation. We get x square minus 8x plus 7 is equal to 0. Then simplify it, x square plus 8x plus 7 is equal to 0 is the equation of part F. And next, G part, the roots are 1 plus iota and 1 minus iota. So we find first sum, which is equal to 1 plus iota plus 1 minus iota. And then simplify it, minus iota cancel with plus iota, and we have 2, which is sum. And the product is 1 plus iota into 1 minus iota. It is the formula a plus b into a minus b. And the answer is a square minus b square, which is 1 square minus iota square. And simplify it, 1 square means 1 minus iota square is equal to minus 1, which is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Here the sum is 2 and product is also 2. The standard equation is x square minus sx plus p. So we put the value of sum and product. We get x square minus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. And it is the equation in part G. Next, the H. The values of roots are 3 plus 3 plus square root 2 and 3 minus square root 2. So we first take product, sorry, we take sum 3 plus square root 2 plus 3 minus square root 2. Now simplify it. Square root minus 2 cancel with square root plus 2. We get 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. The sum of root is 6, and then we find the product, which is equal to, the roots are 3 plus square root 2 and 3 minus square root 2, and it is also a plus b into a minus b. The answer is a square minus b square. So 3 square minus square root 2 whole square. Now simplify it. 3 square is equal to 9 minus 2 square is equal to square, and square root cancel each other. We have 2. So 9 minus 2 is equal to 7 is the product of the roots. And standard equation is x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. Now we put the values of s and p, means sum and product, in this equation. We get x square minus 6x plus 7 is equal to 0. Question 2, part A. The question given is x square minus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. Here a is equal to 1, e is equal to minus 3, and c is equal to 6. And we know that let alpha, beta be the roots of equation, where alpha plus beta is equal to minus b over a. We put the values of b and a in the equation. We get minus 3 over 1, which is equal to 3. Product is equal to c over a. So we put the value of a and c in the equation. C is equal to 6 and a is equal to 1. When simplify, 6 over 1 means 6. These are the sum and product of the question whose roots are alpha beta, x square minus 3x plus 6. And now we find the question whose roots are. The a part is 2 alpha plus 1 and 2 beta plus 1. First we find the sum of 2 alpha plus 1 and 2 beta plus 1. The sum is 2 alpha plus 1 plus 2 beta plus 1. Now simplify them. We get 2 alpha plus 2 beta plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, which is equal to, take common 2, we get alpha plus beta plus 2. So we put the values of alpha plus beta in the question. We get 2 into 3 plus 2, which is equal to 2 3s are 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. And next the product, which is 2 alpha plus 1 into 2 beta plus 1. Now we multiply these two values. We get 2 alpha into 2 beta, 4 alpha beta, plus 2 alpha multiplied by 1, we get 2 alpha, plus 1 multiplied by beta is equal to 2 beta, plus 1 multiplied by 1 is equal to 1. Now simplify these values. We get 4 alpha beta plus we take common 2 alpha plus beta plus 1. And now we put the values of alpha beta and alpha plus beta in this question. We get 4 into 6 plus 2 into 3 plus 1. And now simplify them. 4 6 are 24 plus 2 3s are 6 plus 1, which is equal to 24 plus 6 is equal to 30 plus 1 31. And the question we required whose sum is 8 and product is 31. And the question is x square minus xx plus p is equal to 0. Now we put the values of s and p, means sum and product, in this question. Get x square minus 8x plus 31 is equal to 0. And it is the question of the roots, given roots. And the second part is the roots are alpha square and beta square. First we find sum, mean alpha square plus beta square. Now simplify it. Alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Now we put the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta in this question. We get alpha plus beta is equal to 3 whole square minus 2 into alpha beta product is 6. Now simplify it. 3 square is equal to 9 minus 2 6 are 12, and we get minus 3. The sum of the roots are minus 3. And the next is product, which is alpha square beta square, and we simplify it. Alpha beta whole square. Now we put the value of alpha beta, which is 6 whole square is equal to 36. It is sum of the roots and it is product of the roots. And the question we know that x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. Now we put the value of sum, which is minus 3, and product 36 in this question. We get x square minus 3x plus 36 is equal to 0. Now simplify it. X square plus 3x plus 36 is equal to 0 is the question of part B. And next, part C, in which the given roots are 1 over alpha and 1 over beta. First we find the sum and product, which is sum is 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta. Simplify it. Alpha beta, here is beta plus alpha, and we write it alpha plus beta over alpha beta. Product is equal to 1 over alpha into 1 over beta, and it is equal to 1 over alpha beta. So we put the values of alpha beta is equal to 1 over 6. It is the product of roots, and we know that the question is x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. So we put the values of sum and the product. We get x square minus 1 over 2x plus 1 over 6 is equal to 0 is the equation of the roots. Next, the D part. In which the roots are alpha over beta and beta over alpha. And we know that the first we find the sum of the roots, which are alpha over beta plus beta over alpha. Take LCM alpha beta and the values we get alpha square plus beta square. And when we further simplify it, alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta over alpha beta. And then we put the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta in this equation. We know that alpha plus beta is equal to 1 over 2 whole square minus 2 alpha beta. The product of root is 1 over 6 over alpha beta is equal to 1 over 6. Now we simplify these values, we get 1 over 4 minus 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. 1 over 3 over 1 over 6. Now we further simplify these values. We take LCM, 4 and 3 get 12. 12 divided by 4 we get answer 3. 3 multiplied by 1 is equal to 3 and minus 12 multiplied by 3 we get 4 and 4 multiplied by 1 is equal to minus 4. Multiply by, we shift 1 over 6 on the simplifying side, we get 6 over 1 and the values are 3 minus 4 is equal to minus 1 over 12 multiplied by 6 over 1, and when we further simplify 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12, we get minus 1 over 2, and it is the sum of the roots. And the next, product of roots, which is equal to alpha over beta multiplied by beta over alpha. All the values are cancel each other, we get answer 1, and it is the product of alpha over beta and beta over alpha. And now we put the values of sum and product in the equation. The equation is x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. X square, the sum is minus 1 over 2. Minus 1 over 2, x product is 1. And further simplifying it, x square plus 1 over 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. And the next, it is answer. And if we further simplify it, we multiply it to both sides, we get multiply by 2 both sides, we get 2x square plus x plus 2 is equal to 0 is the equation of these roots alpha over beta and beta over alpha. And the next is e part. The roots are alpha plus beta and 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta. First we find the sum of the roots, which are alpha plus beta plus 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta. Simplify it, alpha plus beta plus take LCM alpha beta, alpha plus beta. Now we put the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta in this equation. We get 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 over 1 over 6. Now simplify it, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 multiplied by 6 over 1, which is 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6, and we have 1 over 2 plus 3 over 1, and then simplify it to 1 plus 6, which is equal to 7 over 2, and it is the sum of these two roots. And now we find the product, which is equal to alpha plus beta into 1 over alpha plus 1 over beta. Now simplify them. Alpha plus beta into, take LCM of alpha and beta, we get alpha beta, and the numerator is alpha plus beta. Now we put the values of alpha plus beta over alpha beta. Alpha beta is, we have 1 over 2, and the other value is 1 over alpha plus beta is 1 over 2 over 1 over 6, the product of alpha beta. Now we simplify it, 1 over 2 into 1 over 2 multiplied by 6 over 1. Now simplify it, 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. Multiply, 1 multiplied by 1 is equal to 1, multiplied by 3 is equal to 3 over 2 multiplied by 1 we get 2, and other multiplied by 1 we get 2, and it is the product of the roots we have. And now we put the values of sum and product in the equation, which is x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0, and the values we get are x square minus 7 over 2x plus 3 over 2 is equal to 0, and then we multiply both sides by 2, multiply by 2 both sides, we get 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0,